Okay. Our AI scribe is gonna record this. All right. You move, Gritward. A phase passes.
We are now in still the afternoon.
Okay. Okay. As you're traveling, the weather is still clear. It's afternoon. What happens? You encounter a. Oh wait, where are we actually? Yeah, you pass by a lake. Fog enshrouds the the surface. You see one individual across the lake. They're wearing they're wearing like minimal armor.
Uh-huh.
You can see they're wearing like leather armor, but also like plated pads. Sir Pier recognizes the attire. This man is a Fandal. What do you do?
I hail the guy. Sorry, I'm just gonna jump into it.
Sure, sure, sure.
Uh, like, oh,
Uh, what do you say?
I shout to him, "Ahoy!"
And he sees you from across the lake. Uh, recognizing your accent, he he approaches. He doesn't approach you yet. He hails you as well and asks you from across the lake if you have heard tale of this promised child.
I have. Oh, we have. I'm in company. I'm in mixed company, but we're all looking for him.
Yeah. See how would he act? He'd say
Sorry.
he approaches you and he tells you that he is relieved to hear a friendly voice. He tells you that he is also looking for this promised child. And if you have any idea where we might find this mythical child. Seems like he's also confused on where it is, where the child is.
Before we get talking about children, I would like to know whom we have the pleasure of speaking with.
Oh, my apologies. Actually, no, he wouldn't say that. He'd say, "Oh, my bad." What's his name? His name is. You may call me Sir Olivard. I am on a quest given to me by my ruler, given to me by Sir Arwen, ruler of Fandal Rock. We've heard tale of the promised child, the child from the stories, the one who will bring ruin to the realm. So
What do you think the? Yeah, sorry. Go.
he's just gonna ask you if you've heard any rumors on where this child may be.
Uh, Dang. Why am I leading the encounter in the car? I um, we have an idea. We have an idea of where to seek, but we have not found any. Tama naman, diba? We haven't found any clues.
No, we haven't.
So, um, we're sorry. We're give me 1 second. Okay. We're seeking the seers, that they might have a better idea of where to find this child. Though all this prophecy, I hold no heed to it. I only do this to honor the queen.
Let's see. I'm thinking how he would react. Would he? Let me roll something. Let me roll something. he is glad that you are seeking the seers. Seems like he hasn't thought of seeking the seers yet, and it seems like with how he's speaking, he is determined to find the child without guidance, as he believes that he can find it on his own merit. And from his conversation, you can tell that there is a sort of vigorous determination in his voice. There is an implication that he is not going to take this child peacefully.
Okay. Say, Sir Knight, the Lord whom you serve, did they
Yes. Lady
mention how the child is to come to you? To come to him, excuse me.
My ruler is very clear on what I must do. It's been
Then I
said that
believe
it has been said that this child cannot be harmed by no mere mortal, and in order to escape the desolation of our realm, this child must be sacrificed to a great beast.
And which beast would that be?
There are many beasts in Fandle Rock, but I believe that the mighty, there's a name for it, the mighty beast of Fandle Rock. If we were to deliver this child to the mighty beasts in Fandle Rock, then the realm would be in safe hands.
I see no honor in sacrificing a child to beasts, and I see no glory in combat. However, if our paths do cross again, good sir, I have a suspicion that we'll be on the opposite ends of yeah, okay, I can't really think. But
Well,
my point is we're going to throw hands.
you can tell that he does not take those words lightly. And let me you can see his eyes kind of squint as he speaks. My brother, maybe if what I'm hearing is correct, then are you suggesting that we leave the fate of our realm to the ashes, if you are
To
not
the what? Sorry.
to the ashes, if this child were to survive? I am afraid that a great fire will envelop the lands, and I will not, for the glory of my ruler, I will not
Let me
stand.
ask you a question, good sir. Let me ask you a question, Sir Knight. Did you get to your station because you were weak? Did you get to your station because you were not to be trusted with the power that you currently wield? This realm has already succumbed once, and we pulled it up from its bootstraps into the era that we live now. What more can we do later? I don't think we should. I don't think we should ignore the child, but I don't think that child is. Shit, sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. My train of thought here is, just because the child exists doesn't mean that we can't rebuild if ever the realm succumb to anything, the calamity
The
or
stories are
nights.
the stories are clear. If we do nothing and we let this child live, then
And where will you be?
it does not matter what happens after this. All our efforts to rebuild and unite, if the realm is not but ash and fire. So if you are saying what I think you're saying, and he grasps his hand on his sword, then I will give you one last chance, brother. You are either with the realm or against the realm.
I'm with
I'm gonna
strength,
cut-
and
Oh, oh, oh,
I'll.
oh!
Oh
Before
yeah,
you,
sorry. What?
I'm gonna cut in here.
all right, sure.
When I see that, I say, guys, this is not. This doesn't have to end in a bloodbath. Come on. What if the first one to find the child wins? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Mm.
Uh,
Hmm.
Um,
Let's see. Let's see. Let's think about that. You're suggesting on like racing for the child.
I suggest that. Yes. Oh, she suggests that.
Okay. What
Sorry,
does Sir
he
Pier
suggests that.
what does Sir Pier
Yeah.
think about that?
Serpier wagers. If you're as good, half a good, if you're half a strong knight as you say you are, or assume you are, then it should be no. It shouldn't be. Um, it shouldn't be hard for you to find the kid. However, let's put a wager. If we find the kid before you, then you join our band, and you pledge your fealty to the Fox Queen. And if you happen to beat us, I'll pledge my loyalty to the king of Fandor, or
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
The
I'm
ruler
sorry, I
of Fandle
forgot.
Rock. So the ruler of
The
Fandle
ruler
Rock,
of Fandor.
all three holdings, Fandle Rock, Grafton Marsh, Welry, all serve the queen. You know, the realm is united. But you can say that you will serve the holding of Fandle Rock under the ruler.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, a
Yes.
wager. So if you win uh, this night, Sir Olivard, Sir Olivard uh, would join Talgarth. But if he wins, you join Fandle Rock. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me assess this. I feel like he would accept this. He's like mulling this over. You can see him think about this.
There's no need for bloodshed today.
And he accepts.
And all right, okay, cool.
Sorry. Yeah, continue your thought before.
No, there's no need for blood, unnecessary bloodshed. However, no. However, there's no need for unnecessary bloodshed.
Okay,
Sorry,
got it.
man. Long day, dude.
No,
I'm
no worries.
running on sentences.
Me too. Yeah, we're still kind of getting our groove. It's the start of the session.
Yeah.
He accepts your challenge. Very well then. If it is to be that way, the first to the child. First to the child
Friendly
will
shake.
first to the child will have their term settled. If I lose, I join the court. I would say the court. No, he wouldn't join the court. He would be. I would swear under the Quen directly. But if you lose, you will swear under Sir Arwen, the Tiger Knight, ruler of Fandle Rock. He unsheathes his
Yes.
blade, and he bids you many good fortunes to you, company of knights. May the Six Sisters
to
guide
you.
your way, and may the first to the child win.
As to you, my friend.
Yes,
He
best to you.
He nods and makes his way into the woods.
Just looked at everyone and kind of being oblivious to the situation I just caused. I like him. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah, I think we really need to hurry up then, if that's the case. We are now in a situation we're in. We cannot dilly dally.
All right. So, what do you do now?
The lake that we're in, is there like anything special about it, or
Uh, it's just a misty lake. The mist is from the weather. There's nothing much about this lake other than that it seems like the knight that was just here was resting.
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, like kind of drinking water. What do you do now?
And I wanted to find a river and 1v1 him. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, does look like there's
Jokes.
a
Okay.
river.
I mean, I'll Draven, not Draven, Darius, and he's a sword. He'll Garen. I don't know.
The God King.
Oh,
The God King.
he's left now, so your opportunity to fight him has passed.
Nah, I've been still in the car, dude. Like, no, ain't no way I'm rolling dice to fight to save my life.
All right,
Um,
all right. Welcome back, Nicola. So TLDR, you agreed to a wager with the knight that you encountered. The first,
Okay.
yeah, the first to find the child will have their terms met. The terms are if he wins, if you win, you find the child first, then that knight will join Talgarth. But if he wins, specifically Sir Pier will join Fandal Rock, or like
I
swear
see.
allegiance to him.
I'm wagering my honor, not no one else's.
Okay.
All right. Now, what do you do now? It is the afternoon of still day.
Our rations are still good naman, no? No need to forage.
Yeah, there's no need to track rations until it's relevant.
Okay. Should we keep moving?
Yes. If
Okay.
nothing else,
Okay. Grit Ward or somewhere else.
I'll continue Gritward.
Okay.
Okay.
Either way, we're moving closer to Grofton Marsh, which means that our odds of finding the child are greater. Considering that it is said that the child was or is somewhere along the path from Grofton to Talgarth.
I
Okay.
completely forgot that's where we're going, but yes.
All right. Move the token Grit Ward. A phase passes.
The phase is past, alright.
Yep. Let me change the music real quick.
Time for Honchi.
Ala. Not the music change. It becomes Latin. It becomes Latin.
Okay. It is now nighttime. As you're walking, you pass through like woods and sturdy roots before entering marshlands. You can feel mud become wetter and wetter as you traverse. You see in the distance, as the sun is about to set, an abandoned shack made of wood. It seems like it's situated in like an elevated hillside in this marsh.
Good place to look.
Yeah. What do you do?
I say we approach the shack.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
Approaching the shack. Sorry, I'm just reading. As you approach the shack, the door creaks open. The wood is old and weathered. The wood is old and weathered. Inside is like a single room. The shack can only fit a single room. Furniture everywhere is like ramshackle, abandoned. There is a cradle on the side and a broken bed frame. And as you enter, the creaking floorboards squeak from the weight of your feet. Suddenly, you hear in the distance a wailing of a woman, but this wailing is a sort of like ethereal, guttural tone to this voice. And in the direction of the wailing, there's a glowing light behind some hills. But it's kind of like echoing. Yeah. What do you do?
Well, that's troublesome.
A damsel in distress.
Do you do anything?
Onward.
Do you go towards the light? Or do something in the shack?
God's fools.
Sorry, you're going towards the light
Okay.
or the
No
shack?
one switch out. And where are you going?
Oh, I just said damsel in distress. I
Oh.
look towards it, where
Okay.
it is, and do you guys want to go?
Yeah. Do you? Or something else?
I mean, go for it. Out of character, yes. In character, no. So
Okay, then let Sir Jorge know.
it's that dilemma of mine in
Alright. So just Sir Horha is approaching.
So, yeah. No, I'm not
Oh, God.
approaching.
Oh, okay.
I'm asking him if they want to go. Kasi if not, if no one says anything, he'll go.
Go for it.
Okay. Then Sir Jorge
Hey.
runs to the light.
Sorry, I just got home. 1 sec.
Oh,
Alright.
there. Let's wait
Alright,
for
so yeah,
the
let's wait.
opinion. I really don't
Hearing-
want to go din eh, pero Sir Jorge just like, damsel in
Baliktad
distress.
Baliktad tayo eh. Ako, I wanna go as a
I
player.
don't want to go.
But why? There's a damsel in distress. We are knights.
Sir
There's
Jorge
also a
just
very
like,
suspicious cradle. Or light, I don't know. I
Ano naman may
assume.
tiyanak dito?
May tiyanak.
May tiyanak dito. I'm fucking terrible. Sorry. Ano in the Swedish, there's a fucking botchling somewhere here.
No, not a botchling!
and the game turns into Vaesen.
Oh
Let's
no.
turn it into a lubberkin.
No, Red Baron. Bloody Baron, what are you doing here?
The bloody baron. God, that's where that
different.
first line.
Yeah, out comes the.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Are you good? Good.
Okay,
So what
what's
does?
the situation again? Sorry.
So you enter the abandoned shack. You can hear wailing sounds over a hill, and in that direction is like glowing light, and the wailing sounds sound ethereal and guttural. Not, doesn't sound like any maiden you've heard.
Sounds like a banshee of sorts.
So, what you can see is Sir Jorge just turn around to go there. He's not yet running kasi I guess he haven't said anything, but he says, "Damsel in distress."
Okay. I'll let Sir Jorge lead, but I'll be
Okay.
very close behind him. Yeah.
Okay, then I guess I'm going. Yeah.
I will lag behind the two, just
Alright.
muttering to myself, "Goddamn fools."
So, Sir Jorge is making his way over the hill. Sir Pierre and Sir William is following, kind of lagging behind him. And Sir Jorge, as you're climbing up the hill and seeing the source of this fire, in the middle of this swamp, there is a woman engulfed in flames, hunched over, weeping. And it seems
Oh.
like he has
Uh-huh.
she has her hands over her face. You can just hear her wailing sounds
Is she like is she burning lang pero her
Burning.
skin, how's her skin, how's everything else?
You can't
Is it on
tell.
fire?
Her skin is on fire. Everything is on fire. You can't even tell if she's wearing clothes. You can only see the silhouette of a woman. But you don't see her face as it's covered.
Oh, is there a water
That-
source nearby?
She is. She is like in a small island surrounded by marsh water. So there is water.
Okay, so
That's Lumion Maiden.
I will get as close as I can. I just say, "My fair lady,
All right.
you are on fire."
You get close and close,
Yeah.
and then you say, "My fair lady." In a swift movement, her hands reveal her eyes burning yellow, no pupils, and you can see her expression, teeth gritting, uh, hunched eyebrows, anger mixed with sorrow, looking directly at you, and yells out a banshee scream. I'd like you to make me a spirit roll.
Thank God I didn't go.
I just
Yeah.
want to say, I remember
Oh,
Judd
no.
started, or when you guys weren't here yet, Judd and I were talking, and he said, "Thank God none of you have lost spirit yet."
Dude.
That is
I'm
D20, right?
not saying
The
anything.
dice have told the journey.
I'm.
So
Oh shit! No, I don't. It's 9, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the 9.
That's
I
a
got
9.
the 10.
No, that's just for
No?
Sir Jorge. Hora.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. Alright.
Alright, so what happens is you lose your spirit. You lose some spirit.
Damn.
So I'm
Okay,
gonna
how
roll.
much? Okay. Damn.
Let me clear that.
Ooh,
You lose 10
I
spirit.
think that's a.
I have no more
Ooh.
spirit. I'm a negative
Impaired.
4.
As the voice, as the yell
Woo.
burns your eardrums, and everyone else will lose a d6. Everyone else will lose. I'm sorry. Everyone else loses 1 spirit.
Okay, we're good.
I was closer.
Yeah, and you are impaired, so when you attack, you only roll a d4. It's not good because now I'm gonna change the music.
Boss fight. Mini boss fight.
damn.
It's
I wish I was
making
on my
its
PC.
way-
I'm still
It's making its way towards you, and you can see she is. But here's the good news: water is surrounding her, so it's not. It's gonna take a while before she reaches you. But as she's like passing through the knee-deep flood of the swamps, it seems like the flame is not that affected. Like the flame is still burning, and she's making her way towards you. So, what do you do? What do you knights do?
Well, let's fight
Um,
this thing now, don't we?
I guess you do.
I'm
I've never-
probably just like shaking a bit and like that's not a lady.
Oh, yes. Alright, you can still hear us, can't you?
Yes, that you can hear each other.
Yeah.
As you can hear your ears begin to ring.
I bring out my axe. I'm still gonna.
Let's
Alright.
deal with this thing quick then.
I'm gonna use this mini. Just pretend this is a woman on fire. Okay,
It looks
so
like me.
we're in combat. I'll try to. In case you forgot, how combat works is you state your intentions in your turn. If multiple characters are targeting the same individual, all those characters will roll dice. When you attack, pool the dice rolls,
Mhm.
and the highest is the damage that will be dealt. The other dice you can use to spend on gambits. Okay, so what's your intentions for now?
Is there anything climb? Isn't there anything tall to climb?
Okay, I'm gonna roll the
Meteor
dice.
slam.
It's not a forest, so there's a
Meteor
chance that there's
strike.
not a lot of trees around. I'm gonna roll. Okay, the good part is there is a tree that's just enough for you to climb. Let me just pull it out. The bad part is that it's a bit behind you. Like here. Let me just move things.
Okay, I cannot see because I'm just on my phone.
Okay, sure,
so
sure.
I'm going to.
So
It's a
I'm
bit
going
far
to-
back.
it's a bit far
We
back.
can probably.
You
The way I can see us, or see you getting that tree is to bait the Banshee Wraith ghost thing towards us.
Okay.
Yeah, but however, that will use your action, and you won't be able to attack this turn if you're climbing up that tree.
Okay. So we don't want that. Do we really want a D10, an extra D10 or D8, whatever it is?
It helps.
Well,
It hel-
It helps, but you can also smite.
Yeah, you can just use the.
Yeah. My intention is to smite the creature.
All right. So you're just gonna try and smite. What about Sir Jorge and Sir William?
Uh, I will. Yeah, in shock, I'll throw my axe.
Okay, you'll throw your axe. However, you'll only be using a D4 because your attack is
Yeah.
impaired.
Crazy
Yeah.
work.
All right. What about Sir William?
Can I study the foe? Can I see if it has any glaring weaknesses or if I know anything about it?
Okay. You make a clarity roll.
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Okay, good for you. An 18. I hope
Please,
it's all right.
success.
As a success. So you study this burning maiden. You can still study and take another action. So what you can tell
okay.
is that because of how hot the heat is emanating from her, that metal and wood I wonder what this means.
Say no
Like
more.
if you have, it seems like once she's approached you, your armor won't do much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll pass through armor is what I'm saying. Her attacks because of she's on fire. That's what you can tell. So what's your intention?
For that, I'll just inform the other two. This bitch will render armor. Be careful. But I will have to. Do I have any? Nope. Don't have anything special here. I will have to fight her.
All right,
So I'll swing my crowbeak axe.
all right. You can still use another. So you're using one hand for a Kobik axe. You can use another hand
Yes.
for anything.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Will it? If I use another weapon, will it help? Or
Yeah,
will it
it'll-
not necessarily.
It will add dice.
Okay. Sure, I'll do that as well.
Sure.
I'll bring out my dagger.
All right, your axe. and
Sorry,
your
what does hefty mean again?
hefty is
Just
one-handed, but you can only hold one hefty weapon at a time.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And Sir Jorge, regardless of how you're attacking, it's just gonna be a D4. And
Yeah.
Sir Pierre, what weapon are you using? Are you in Owlbear yet?
I'm jumping on one side.
Okay, all right. You have
Alright,
your elaborate trident. It is. Oh, I think it should be a long, so you can only use your trident. Or you can, if you want to use your dagger, which you can throw.
So wait, do I want to throw? Okay. What I think I'm gonna do is I didn't want to use it early, but I feel like I should use it use it now. I'm going to. Can I toss my trident?
Yes, you may. However, it's unbreakable, so it won't burn. That's the good part.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is unbreakable.
Yep.
My unbreakable blood-soaked red trident. So I think I'm going to do that. Toss my trident at the ethereal creature. That's with my smite, right?
All right. So before we resolve attack, yeah, you are gonna toss your trident. Everyone else has declared their intentions. Step 1. Does anyone want to smite? And by smite, I mean gain an additional d12 or make your attack into a blast, which is irrelevant right now.
I will do that.
Okay. So you will gain a d12 to your dice pool. Now make a
Okay.
vigor roll for me to see if you're
Oh.
exhausted. Sorry, fatigued.
Vigor D20, right?
Yeah, d20. Roll lower than your vigor.
Oh,
Nope.
That sucks.
Okay, mark fatigued, but your smite still passes through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means yet.
That
but
means
I
you
will.
can't use a feat anymore until you take out that fatigue.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right, so everyone rolling. So you will roll Sir P will roll a d10 and a d12. Sir Jorge will only roll d4, and Sir William will roll a d8 and a d6. Roll your dice
Yes.
and add the results to our dice pool.
Okay.
Crazy roll.
Wow. Not a one.
Ooh, wow, we suck.
Oh wow. Oh, that's just how the dice rolls.
That's how it be. That's how it be.
Okay.
What do you mean by Control Z to get here, John?
Oh, sorry, not Control C. Control C.
I was like, is that not undo?
That is undo. My bad. Control C.
The dice
Oh
gods
my god,
hate us
guys.
today.
What the fuck?
The dice gods hate us.
All right. So what happens first is
May I declare a
Yeah.
focus?
okay. After you roll, you can focus.
Okay.
So now-
D20 clarity, correct?
Yeah. You can perform a
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Success.
Damn.
a success. Okay, you're not fatigued.
Nice.
Now you
nice.
can add a free gambit. Actually, let me add a. So you have a free gambit.
I'm trying to-
So what happens first is Sir Jorge throws an axe, but then the maiden like clinks the axe away, and you approach. Sir William approaches and throws a spear aiming to smite, and once again, oh no! Actually, you still have dice. Never mind. So
Yes.
now you can do gambits. What are your gambits?
Since I'm the one approaching with my goddamn axe and dagger, and the other two are throwing their stuff, I would like to move after the attack with free gambit.
All right, your free gambit. You can move after.
Yes, I would just like to hit and run.
All right, that's your gambit. What do you do next? You can spend. Who can spend
One
gambits?
segment to spend. The gambits are for anyone to spend, right? But
I'd say that you can only spend your own gambit.
oh, so I can spend the gambit.
Yeah.
I can spend mine, no? Kasi hindi naman sa akin yung ano, damage or...
Yeah, but you
And
can
then
only.
you need to roll a 4 or up.
Yeah,
for
for
gambit
up.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not spending that. I'm gonna keep that 7 as damage.
Yeah, I would spend it. See that
Yeah.
Kito's damage.
No one else has
Gambit.
gambits.
I can't use a gambit, right? Like I
Okay.
declared.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Remove. If we're done resolving, remove the dice from the pool. You can just delete it if you want.
Okay. Sabi mo.
Okay. So, Sir Pier throws a trident, and Sir William, ever so cautious, approaches. After the trident is thrown, Sir William lunges and arcs his axe towards the lady. You can feel the heat emanating off of this creature, and it is now its turn. It approaches you, the person that's engaged with them.
But I moved away, did I not?
Oh yeah, you can move away. Sure, you can move away. Go.
Farewell, maiden.
All right, you move away
Just move.
closer to your allies, and
Actually, I think, yeah, no, towards them again.
okay, towards them. And here's what happens.
Whoa.
The burning maiden approaches you, and it, with her flames, she lunges with like a blast of fire, engulfing all of you in flames, and it will roll a d8 on all of you.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a blast attack. So that Sir William takes 7 damage.
God damn.
Sir Pier gets 3.
God.
Sir Jorge gets 6.
So what damage is again? What happened?
It's basically hitting all three of us. 3 different damage dice, or technically 1 damage dice each, correct?
Yeah. So
Even, no?
Sir Pier, you got 3 damage.
So, if anyone wants to do deny, now's the time.
How do you deny?
You'll have to use a feat, which I'm sorry, Sir Pier, you can't use.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're
That
fatigued?
means I can.
You can
That's
deny.
fair.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who can deny.
I can't. I have no spirit.
Shit.
Wait,
Okay, I'm gonna try to deny at a 15.
All right.
So how do I roll damage?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm fatigued.
So your damage goes to your guard, Sir Pier. It goes to
Okay.
your guard first, and after your guard is at 0, it goes to your vigor.
Okay, and so that's just for clarity, the creature goes through armor, right? So none of
Yeah.
that.
It
Okay.
goes through armor.
Rip.
Passes
So I
through
got
your
1
armor.
guard left.
Okay. So the good news is, Sir William, you deny her attack against you.
I-
The bad
yes.
news is you're
So
fatigued.
Fatigued, yes.
Yeah, so you don't get damage. You still pass
You
through.
know why that would have been terrifying? Because that would have given me a scar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But the good thing about scars is you have a 50% chance of improving your max guard.
John, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with scars unless I got that.
Okay. Next turn. What's your intention? Oh, sorry. It took how much damage earlier? 7, right?
7, yes.
Oh, well, let's see what happens. What was the dice that got it to 7?
Mine.
What dice was it?
D8. D8 hefty for my Crobeak axe. You. You bastard. What does that mean? He had a smile.
Let me tell you the good news.
Is
Okay.
that good
Alright,
news?
fine. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
As you wound the fire maiden, you can tell she wails more, and she loses d6 spirit.
Ooh.
That is her scar. 1 spirit. Alright, fine.
Oh, I hit her with the ano. I see.
Alright. What is your intention now?
If we move, can we still attack?
You move first and then you attack. Sorry, I forgot to mention that how turns work
Okay,
is you always move first and
Okay.
then you attack.
It's the undragon.
How far can we
God.
move?
Yeah.
Just as much as you want. It'll take 1 action to go near to this tree. And I'll say it takes another action to get close to your steed.
Okay. Then I will move. Do you see the no? Can I move here?
Sure. Yeah, just
That
just
doesn't take an action, no?
it's just your movement. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I move there and then I pull my axe since it has a rope and then I throw it again at her.
Oh, that's right. You pull your axe and then you throw. Good. That's very
Yeah.
good. What about Sir William and Sir Pierre?
I'm gonna hold this thing down. Go
Um,
with your spear.
yeah, I'm gonna run to my spear, and
All right.
pick it up, and toss it back if I can.
Go guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna do fighting mechanics. You got this.
All right. You run towards your spear and then you throw it. Everyone, roll your dice. Unless,
Anyone
but before that,
smiting?
is anyone smiting?
I can't because I'm fatigued, right?
Okay, I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention, but as of now, we'll enforce this rule. It seems like you can only smite with a melee attack.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All good.
Okay.
as of now, Sir William is the only one who can smite, and Sir William can't
No,
smite.
Sir, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because you're fatigued. Eh?
Yes.
What's the plan now?
I'll continue wailing it.
Yeah, I'll continue. Ano. Just
Throwing.
Throwing.
Okay, throwing your weapons at her. Okay, everyone, roll your dice. D4 for Sir Jorge.
It's a bit, 28.
Still a 1. Yum.
Okay, rolling.
I got a decent mix here of numbers.
Oh, fuck that.
Just as much as you try and hit her, it's just like your attacks. She keeps like swatting your attacks, like it's just about to hit her head, and then kind of dodges out of the way, almost out of instinct.
I would, Sego, yan yung muna. Insult me.
So I'm assuming that since you want us, John, to use our own gambits, that these are both mine.
Yeah.
Because there's a 6 and 5. I will use the 5 as a. Does she seem focused on me, or is she looking at the others?
It seems she is focused on you, because you wounded her.
Okay.
I was
There's
gonna
no point
focus
in
anyway to
there.
free gambit.
Hmm?
Sorry.
I was gonna focus to
Yeah, you do know.
Free gambit. Okay, you can do
Oh.
before resolving any attacks.
Yeah.
You can focus now.
Okay, ayun.
This is
Yeah, I'll-
literally the time you do it, Isa. Go.
All right,
Oh,
you get a free
no.
gambit. Now roll for
Parang to save.
clarity. You're
Okay,
good.
Nice.
You're still good. You get
Nice.
Alright, can I repel a foe away from repel the foe from Sir William? So,
Yeah.
I assume na my axe doesn't hit, no? Kasi it's a 1.
Uh-huh.
Or
You're
damage. So, what then?
so you can just flavor it as your axe doesn't damage her, but you can still hit her doing your gambit.
Okay. I'll flavor it instead as I'm throwing my axe, I spin it around like a lasso and then kind of like catch her on a limb, like any part
Sure.
kanya, and
Sure.
just pull her away.
All right. So you repel a foe away from you. Got it.
So you can just
And before,
Sir William.
let's say Sir William attacks first, and then you repel.
Yeah.
All right. So Sir William, what's the plan?
Would it be a gambit to splash
Oh,
her
wait.
with water from the swamp?
Before that, pala. I forgot. Gambits. I require the target to roll for vigor.
Oh.
At least for this.
No.
At least for this. For movement and bolster doesn't require this. So let me roll for vigor. Let's see if it's. Yeah. Yeah, that will work.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, Sir William. What's the plan now?
Would it to be a gambit, or can I spend one gambit to splash her with swamp water
Yeah, I think so. You can.
to try and cool her down in a sense?
Yeah. That will allow you.
Uh,
That will allow her attacks to go through armor instead of passing through armor.
Okay.
Yeah, as she's
I will use
momentarily cooled down.
I'll use the 5 for that one as essentially in the swamp I see that there's like a plank or like a broken off wide or a wide stone in the water. As I step on
Okay.
it to splash it up.
Okay, good. I won't require a roll for this one, as it sounds like a good idea. All right,
That is all I'm
and
doing.
final. What's your damage?
6.
Okay, that's a 6 damage. I forgot the rule. Oh, never mind. All right, describe how you mortally wound her.
Nice.
Sure. Seeing as I splashed her with water, like I can see that the flames die out and I have a clear silhouette of where I'm striking. Um, as I use my dagger to kind of force her into a certain posture,
Yeah.
I swing my axe diagonally across her like from shoulder
Right.
downwards.
As the fire is smothered, you hit your dagger. The blade slides through her body. You can, in a moment, you can see in her eyes regain her pupil before she falls to the ground, and she ceases to burn.
Ooh.
And you can hear her voice. You can see now as the fire is already past the stretch marks on her belly, the wounds in her on her body. From her eyes, you can see that she has been she was struggling. She was in this uh, in this realm of pain, and you've given her relief before her eyes drift into lifelessness. What do you do? What do you say? What does anyone say here in this moment?
May your soul find peace.
You can see her body lie on the mud, and slowly her body begins to crumble into ash,
Oh.
and thus
My
Uh.
friend, you have broken my heart.
passes this the burning maiden. What do you do now?
Are you two all right?
Yeah, so good.
I think we'll live.
Can I go back to the shack
Yeah, you can make your way back to the
and
shack.
see if there's alcohol?
It's very unlikely that there is. So I'd like you to roll a d6. If it's a 2,
I would like to.
there is.
If it's a 2?
Yeah, if it's a 2,
Wait, wait,
Yeah, she'll tend to the horses while she
no,
rolls.
a d6. There's
Yeah.
a 2 and 6 chance.
Nag-roll lang.
No,
No.
doesn't seem like there is.
Okay.
It's just full
I
of
wanna
like
indulge in my.
it's just full of ruined furniture and a cradle. As you're
By any
looking,
chance, do you guys have alcohol?
I do not carry beverages
Nope.
of that sort.
I don't either.
as you were looking for alcohol, you passed by the cradle, and there seems to be a snake fang rattle.
A snake fang rattle.
Yeah, a rattle made out of snake fangs.
Ooh, I would like to keep that.
You pick it up, and it creates a sound of like
Rattlesnake?
a clattering sounds kind of resembling rattlesnakes. And
Mhm.
as when you like when you shook it,
Yeah.
it kind of hums in a low tone. And I'm just gonna tell you what it does. It
Okay.
does. It is known to repel the wicked dead.
Wicked.
Oh.
Okay. What does the
Have
company
you
do
found
now?
anything of use there, Jorge?
I found this, and then I shake it in front of them.
You found a toddler's tools. Congrats.
No, no, no. Eh, don't you hear it? Sounds like a rattlesnake. I love snakes.
I
Pretty.
just look at Jorge, just looking at him
You
through
gotta
my sanguine
understand these heroes
lenses.
who have life, yeah. So he's gonna keep it. It's a snake. So you
That's
already know what it
interesting.
said.
Add it to your property.
Okay. What's it called? Rattle. I know.
Snake
Rattle?
fang rattle.
We should rest up for the night. Don't you agree?
We
Yes.
should, but aren't we hot on the trail of the child?
No, we have no idea where the child is. Honestly, the clever use of hot. After all, that child has been mentioned in Fire thrice by now.
Then I do think we should rest. I agree we should
All right.
rest.
Hey, we are in a shack.
Aye.
All right. Now you rest, and I'll do the thing I was supposed to do earlier today. We'll we'll play through like an interlude as you're beginning your rest.
Shit, that's a new introduction of mechanics that John was making.
Yeah. It's a nothing mechanic, but
Okay.
something I want to try out. So let me introduce to you. The company has two stats:
Okay.
trust, and insight.
Oh shit.
All right. So we're gonna go through like an interlude of your nights, like kind of talking to each other, and as you're making camp, setting up a fire. For this scene, you will have a goal, a secret goal that I will send. I'll GM you. I'll DM you.
Okay.
Okay. And first to Nicolo. I'm gonna send it to.
I'll get water lang.
Sige.
Wait lang.
Same. I'm gonna do that.
No problem.
I'll do that.
Perfect time to do it.
Said something.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it sa ano.
So
Wait a
wherever
minute.
easier. Just
Oh
tell me
no!
what-
Technical difficulty. No.
Oh, no.
Wait.
Okay, what the fuck? Where the fuck is it?
I lost the thing. I haven't sent it yet. Sorry.
Okay, lang, just let me
Oh,
know.
I'm not talking about you, but yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna send each of you the secret objectives.
Immortality.
No, it's not.
So just clarify, each of us have a different goal.
Yeah, just
Right.
for the scene.
Alright. Get blank to open up about their look like. Huh?
I'm gonna send it through Messenger.
Alright. Look there. Hmm.
And once everyone's back, I'd like everyone to establish a
just-
quirk for your character.
Establish a quirk.
Yeah, a quirk.
Okay.
A quirk is something, an idiosyncrasy. Like your character doesn't use the words or use certain words, or your character speaks in a certain way. Something that might happen while your character is interacting.
John's gonna hit us with your character doesn't have the letter S in their vocabulary.
It's up to you. I mean, you establish your own quirks.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Can we send you the quirks?
No, your quirk is public, so just write it
Okay.
down in like on top of your character sheet, maybe.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm away from my PC again, so
I'm
Uh,
thinking about what
Have
quirk
it
I
have it relate to like either your passion or your backstory or your theme. Meteor Knight, Snare Knight, Trail Knight,
okay.
and
Hello.
just to make it clear, I
Mm.
thought about this like an hour before 6, so I don't know how well this is gonna go.
Okay.
And okay, to clarify, a quirk.
Sorry, Judd. Could you put
Sorry,
that
what-
as my quirk?
what's a quirk?
My quirk.
Yeah, sure.
Is that a quirkable quirk?
What is a quirk?
So each of you
It's an
establish a
idiosyncrasy.
quirk for your character. An idiosyncrasy, something that your character does and always does.
Oh.
Think of it as a rule. Like it's your character follows this rule while they're interacting with the fellow knights.
Okay.
Would you say that is a valid quirk?
Let
John?
me see.
Is mine a valid quirk?
Because the thing is, the quirk has to be like an obstacle to overcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check.
While
Okay,
you're
then I will
something
redo it.
vocal or something you're avoiding.
Okay, so it's like words we avoid, things we
Yeah, words you avoid, ideas you avoid, or like you prefer not to talk about X or something like that.
Okay, get. Got
Damn,
me
dude,
think,
that's
got me
tough.
ruminating.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I cannot think of a quirk.
yeah. And this is This is not private. This is public, so everyone will know.
Okay.
For context as to what I asked Judd is basically, can my quirk be the fact that I speak quietly, simply because it's tied to my fear of tied to fear of the dark. I don't want no demons hearing me.
Or a quirk.
But
A
yeah, I
quirk
think
can
it's
be.
a constant-
A quirk can be. Your character does not raise their voice.
So in other words, if I get rage baited, that's breaking a quirk.
Maybe. Yeah.
Mm,
I think I can. That's a good
Can it
quirk.
be related to one of my passions?
Yeah.
Your passion is
Authenticity. Yeah, I always tell people my identity at the most inconvenient moment. So I just talk about myself
Sure.
often.
Sure.
Okay.
Your quirk can be something
It's a
related to that. This is inspired slightly by both Moose Rules and that one Game Changer episode.
It's just reminding me of a drinking game at Lisa's house.
Which one?
Every time you fucking bring up that goddamn King's Cup.
King's Cup.
Nightmares. Bawal mag-letter S. You mean? You mean bawal mag-letter S? I think I'll just go with not gonna lie, when you said I don't raise my voice, I think that works.
You're a very like sheepish person.
Yes.
Ang hirap ng sa empathy eh. Does it have to be related to passion?
It doesn't
Hindi
have to
naman.
be.
Oh.
Just felt that
Okay.
mine would
Yeah.
be
Also,
equally.
Alam ko yan.
Or is it possible like I always want to be brawling with somebody because I am a
Sure.
strength.
sure.
There.
Or
Someone
maybe
has to
instead of
fight
you
me.
want to be brawling, you can have it be you're avoiding like mushy, like goody
Oh
goody.
yeah, okay. If you know, I'll do that instead. Like, weakness is being sentimental. I got it.
Okay.
What about
Okay.
mine, John? Thoughts on this one?
Yes. I don't like Tom. Okay, that's fine.
Nice.
I was thinking of a quirk, but it's more like a habit. When he gets nervous, he does a certain laugh.
Okay.
Then
All right.
it's like, alam mo yung laugh na sobrang fake. It's like, ha 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 ha.
Okay,
Or
we're
something like
establishing that exact laugh. That ha ha
Yeah.
ha.
Ha, ha. It's like very emphasized ha ha ha's. Alam mo yan?
Okay. How about we
Taking
can word
power.
it as uh, laughs laughs when faced with a hard question, or
Or
when faced
question,
when.
or he's nervous.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the goal here is each of you has a public goal to see each other's quirks, call them out. If you do that, the company gains one insight. And then each of you has a private goal. And if you do that, you gain one trust. And the numbers don't mean anything.
Yes, but high number is good.
High number good.
Mm.
And if you're ready, you can begin the scene as you're lighting up the fire. Maybe you can start with a conflict. You can establish a conflict. Like it's too cold, and you blame someone.
It's too cold, and that fiery woman is not here to warm us.
Could be. And then
Well, I
Maybe
wonder
maybe we could have
why.
used maybe we
Someone
could have
killed
used
the
her
people.
ashes
Alright.
before. Yeah.
I never thought you were the type of knight to desecrate the dead.
I
Alright.
never thought you'd be the knight to kill a woman.
Isn't she already dead? I assume she's a spirit of sorts. She probably passed long ago.
Alright. Before
Still,
before
a
everything,
woman.
can we add? Can we put our quirks above our character sheet so it's visible to everyone? Like-
Where above?
Oh, dito here. There.
Mine's next to it. Sorry, can you move? Because
Okay, I'll
I,
move it.
I have to do something.
Sure.
Let's make it two.
All right, and then you can end the scene at any time by just stating that you rest.
Let's make it a serif font. Parakita.
I'll make it. Okay, yun.
Don't you think it's a little strange that a woman made of fire lives in the middle of nowhere? This is where our promised child's supposed to come from.
Well, to be fair, we've lived in these lands for God knows how long. We didn't even know the claw was here. And that lady who was gathering herbs, was it thorns? Was she not also living in the middle of nowhere?
Yes, but she was gathering thorns against the claw. I don't think she lived in the middle of nowhere.
That's fair. But before we forget about it, Sir Jorge, you do not have the right to call out anyone for killing a woman. You threw an axe at her. Don't think any of us didn't see that.
I was scared. It was a natural reaction.
You're a knight. You don't have the right to be scared.
Mm.
I have to agree with Sir William.
You what, Sir William?
Mm.
I think he agrees with me. God.
No comment.
We're out in the middle of these woods looking for a God-forsaken promised child meant to deliver us to the fire, or deliver us to a fire. We're seeking our seers to look for guidance and what else? Everything so vague.
Well, what are you fighting for? Outside of everything that's happened, what are you after?
Me?
Yes.
Glory could be one way to put it, but is that not what all knights are after?
I don't seek glory. Actually, that's not true. I do. I seek glory through combat.
But
But what
that
about
isn't-
you? What masters do you, sir? What drives you to do what you do?
Personally, I'm trying to find a way to put it into words. Maybe Sir Jorge would be able to answer first.
Ah, what drives me? I would say vengeance.
Vengeance against what?
Those, what do you call this? Are they knights ba? Yung...
For
I forgot
Bosons,
the name
the
of
the
The
so
barbarians?
Yeah, Bosons, yeah.
yeah, the
Against the
occupiers,
Bosons. Yeah. Who wrongly accused my father. They should burn.
and now
I
the
see.
and now the Forbosons are no longer in charge of the realm as the war is over.
Do you have any strong feelings regarding the Farbosan knights who have joined the ranks of Talgoth, or at least Grofton Marsh?
Honestly, I think they don't deserve it. They were
You
the
think we don't deserve it?
They were the oppressors, my friend.
Were you
We
of
were-
Farbosan descent, Sir Pierre?
Yes. But that never meant anything to me.
For Boson, I thought you were Fandel.
I am Fandel, and that never meant anything to me. Sorry, I got confused for a second.
Yeah, no problem.
I see. Well, that is true. I don't think blood has much to do with a lot of the things that plague us. But just a bunch of fools who have made wrong decisions.
So that's what serves you is you're looking behind you.
Not me. Well, Sir Jorge over here.
Mm.
I think we should look to the future.
Oh yeah, the future? And what are your goals? What are your ambitions?
I started from nothing. And where I am now, I earned this station. What I want to give everyone a fighting chance. That's my goal. Bloodlines never meant anything to me. So the next leader could be Farbosan, I don't care.
Hmm.
As long as they're strong and as long as they lead. Lead with strength, sorry.
That's very noble of you.
I don't think you should be held to a title just because you're born with it. And I look at Sir William. No offense, I have no love for nobles.
None taken. But I do wish to say the words you have just said earlier. That's bound to get you, well, probably stoned at the courts.
They can try. They tried to stone me on the battlefield.
A man this big, I kind of like pat his back and be like, "Oh, you can
Slap.
take it." Yeah.
I just look at Sir Jorge and give him the like the dirtiest look, but that's not because I'm actually like angry. It's just my whole demeanor is scary.
Mm. Just take my hand back. That is a fine ambition.
At any time,
Like I said,
one of you can decide to end the scene and rest,
hmm,
or at any time you can introduce that. Oh, it's getting cold.
So anyone gonna start a damn fire yet?
We'll look for wood. After all, I am the Knight of Trails. Maybe I'll find some on the way back. I stand up, pat myself down, start walking.
All right. You end. You leave the scene. Does the scene end now? How does it end? Just rest.
I think I will rest.
All right. Okay. Pop quiz. What is Sir Pier's ambition, Sir William?
Well, Sir Pierce's ambition seems to be to continue fighting. I'm looking specific words, basically.
Give everyone a fighting chance.
Give everyone a fighting chance. He wants equality on these lands. Doesn't matter who,
Is that right, Sir Pier?
as long as they are strong. Is that correct?
It is mostly correct. Yes.
All right. Let's get one trust point for that. And Sir Jorge, what is Sir William's ambition?
Oh shit. But I'm going to... I didn't catch it.
The question is, did he say it?
Yun nga eh.
Oh shoot! You know
I
what? Sorry,
don't
I
think
actually
you know.
misread. I thought I was supposed to be getting Sir William's ambition. I thought I was.
Oh, sorry. Did I send this Sir?
No.
Jorge?
I just misread it. I just
Okay,
misread it. I'm
okay.
sorry. That's my bad.
All right.
Did you actually say it? Am I being gaslit?
Who knows?
Well, if
then I
there's
don't know.
nothing, then no trust there.
Mm.
And Sir Pier, what is Sir Jorge's ambition?
Okay, my bad. I really should have been directing questions towards Isa. So I was like,
To be fair, I redirected the questions to me, to Isa again.
yeah, and
No.
I kind of feel like I didn't get anything. I'm sorry, man.
I was getting... I was trying to get Sir William's ambition.
Okay, sorry. That's my bad for misreading that. I think it's to kill all Vandals, but that I don't know. Not a Vandals, not for Bosons. For Bosons.
Promotions.
Is that true?
Vengeance.
Basically, yeah. It's to get revenge, but that's true.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So that is another point of trust, and you got 2 trust out of 12. Your company is slowly sowing your seeds of trust, and then the night passes. A phase passes. It is now the 3rd Stones Day of Petals. Kindly move the token, please.
Ah,
We
yes,
going Gritward
sorry.
still, or do we go Scold?
Gritward is still where we're supposed to be heading.
That's the trailer, no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn, where's my seer when you need her?
Okay. Grit
Shows
words.
tonight. Shows up tonight, me then leaves. Fuck all.
You move grit words as after you leave the shack. I'm gonna roll.
I swear to
Rolling.
God, if she lives in the fucking mountains.
What are you muttering about?
Okay.
I
As-
hate mountains.
Oh.
I hate the sand.
Come, I can carry you on my back.
As you're
That's what
moving,
the horses for.
as you're moving towards the mountains, that you see the slope of the mountains allow you to traverse through in between the peaks. The weather changes. The wind, you feel a faint breeze passing through you. Your hair is flapping, and you can see in the distance, somewhere north, in the horizon, a silhouette of a structure situated on the peak of a mountain. There is spires in the middle and structures branching out. Almost looks like an incomplete aqueduct, but you can only see the silhouette. It's teetering and crooked. until it disappears.
Huh.
And a phase passes.
Sort of when you say disappear,
Yeah, like
did it vanish or did it just?
you can see
get
the silhouette.
out, go inside?
The silhouette of this structure. It appears to be a citadel of some sort, and it kind of slowly fades into the mist of the horizon.
Okay, I was like, if it just straight up vanished, that would have been fucking terrifying.
It slowly it
Oh,
fades
yeah.
out. It fades out.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do now? What does the party do now?
Sorry, guys. BRB.
It's okay. BRB.
15 minutes.
Okay, got it. You can take a break.
I don't-
15-minute break.
Sure.
I was gonna
That's
say,
fine
can I
with me.
hunt while we have a break?
Can you what?
Can I hunt?
She wishes
Alright,
to find
sure.
animals.
You can hunt. Hunt around. I'd say after a few hours, or let's say after an hour,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you find something. You do find something, but there's a catch.
What's the catch?
What is that? What is that word? Hang on. What is that word? Ungulates.
Oh, ungulate. Ungulates? Ungulates.
Yeah.
Is it a D or a G?
G. Ungulates.
It's an animal.
An animal.
Animal.
Hoofed
It's
animal.
like a weird zebra thing.
No, it seemed like a class of animal. I'd say a deer passes.
Oh, it is. Yes.
A deer passes.
Uh-huh.
However, it's like in the distance. It's like about a shout's distance away from you,
Uh-huh.
and you're just gonna hunt this deer, or for food, or for something else.
For food, yeah.
All right, so I'll say you automatically after a while you hunt it down.
Okay,
And
can
then-
I use my ability na lang? I'll just observe it.
Okay,
I'll
sure.
just observe it.
However, that you will have to spend a phase, I believe.
We need to.
Is that
for the
right?
ability.
I don't think
Okay.
hers does.
It's ano eh. It just says observe.
Yeah,
observe.
observe.
Oh, so
Minus one specifies a whole last phase.
observe the beast in secret. Okay, that sounds right. You learn a useful truth about their habitat. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're observing this deer. You can tell from its movements. It came from the forest towards the east of here. However, it returns to its home not through. It doesn't go loftward. It goes hernward. As it seems it's avoiding loft.
So it's like avoiding the thing above 305.
Or rather, it's not going where you expect it to go. It's going. It's going hernwards instead of loftwards.
Okay.
Yeah, hinting that if it's going to where it wants to go, that is the easiest way towards it.
Okay.
Okay. 15-minute break while we wait for
Right.
Dev.
Okay.
Or we can just
Yeah.
travel, or sorry, I can break naman.
I will just go to the restroom as well.
Sige, me too.
Wala. I'll be chillers.
BRB.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hello.
What did you think of that little Ang tawag dun? I forgot what they called it.
Yeah,
Interlude.
interlude.
Interlude
Yeah, it was
minigame.
fun. It was fun. Get to know more about the characters.
But in a gamified way.
Yeah. Has mechanics. I like it.
It has.
It's not just idle chatter. It's like you have a goal to
Yeah.
get.
It is a. It is a. It's not related to the mechanics of the game at all.
It's nice. It's nice.
Okay.
Kasi yun nga, that was my problem with other TRPGs then. When they rest, it's like there's nothing to...
Mhm.
Or there's at least no time for characters to interact because, you know, they're always fighting or
Yeah.
they're exploring, doing something. So it's a nice, to get to know each other.
Okay.
Characters.
Yeah, it is. And I wanted to gamify it in a way that if I was playing it, how would I be engaged? And that is,
Yeah.
I want a goal. I want to do something.
Sir William kasi doesn't want to answer, so deflective.
So deflective.
I mean, if you read my quirk, you'll see naman the reason there.
Yeah, he's oo.
You fools.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a better way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. Let's get him drunk.
Meanwhile, Isa did all the dirty work for me.
Yun nga. I didn't know na pare-pareho tayo ng goal.
How about else? They're specifically asking about ambitions. I see. But why are they both
Why are they both asking you?
pointed towards me? This is some aggressive questioning, I see.
Ayun nga, I didn't know na akala ko iba-iba.
To be fair, I'm sorry. That was my bad.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Aggressive questioning.
Made
Yeah,
for a funny scene.
I should have aggressively questioned Isa, but
Sorry.
yes.
Okay, and just to show like a peek under the hood, there will be times as you're traveling where an interlude will trigger.
Oh.
Yeah. It's something I added to the mechanics. That's the only thing that weaves the mechanics of Mythic into this game.
Do you wanna take a break from modern living?
Hey, Goofy movie. Are you back
Yeah,
there? Are we gonna continue?
I am listening, so I'm here, but I'll be like AFK for a bit. But
Alright.
I am here.
Yeah, we can just continue traveling if it's still uneventful.
Yeah.
Okay, for good. What do now? Where do you go now? It is afternoon of Stone's Day. Which direction?
Well,
Well, I tell him
I'm
about the
assuming
deer.
it's.
The
Mhm.
deer that avoided the path. Like,
Ah, yes.
lost.
Sorry, Lenita.
I tell Sir William and Sir Pierre about the deer that was avoiding. Well, not avoid, pero I tell them it was the easiest way to get back to its habitat, but the deer decided to turn
Avoid
somewhere
it.
else. Yeah, and
see.
I say, and animals, their instincts are really good.
Hmm. Oh, that's quite interesting. You mark it down on a map for us.
Yeah, feel free
Mark?
to add notes to the map, like draw on it.
So, north is dito, no? He avoided this, tama ba?
Yeah.
Is there... Yeah, loft, okay.
So where do you go now? Or you want to do another action?
Sorry, I'm just trying. May pinahanapig
If
na sa akin
we're-
sa work.
Ah,
If
okay.
we're trailing through Grafton Marsh, sige, we can, we can pass by here. If nothing happens, we can go
Okay.
to 04.
Pero our ano kasi is yung if I recall correctly, it is yes,
Grid?
the Welcome Seer kasi is northwest from Talgarth.
Uh-oh.
Or as And John's words, grit word from Talgarth, which is this, I'm assuming here. So if we
Yeah, I
don't
would
want to
think
ask
we
Sia for
went
questions, we can head here. Pero if we go here, kasi we're not ano na eh. At
We're
least
out.
we're not directly grit word anymore.
Up to you. I just mentioned it. So.
Ay. I think there's a chance the cursed, the promised bastard's there.
So close to Grafton Marsh.
You missed civilization already. I thought you were the snare knight.
Huh?
Do you miss civilization already? I thought you were the snare knight.
No, I was just thinking if the promised child is near Grafton Marsh, that's...
No, the promised child, as said by the people, is along the path from Grofton Marsh to Talgoth.
Then alas, let us head grit.
Grit what it is then.
Heading grit, move the token up as a phase passes.
Correct, we are at Stone's Day Night.
Yeah, Stone's Day night as the sun begins to set. Okay. As the sun begins to set, within the crags of the mounts, you see a group of people moving. One is wielding a torch. She is wearing a black garb with white spots on her attire. Trailing behind her is a group of, let's say, 2 to 4 acolytes accompanying a taller woman wearing silks.
I think we may have found her.
What do you do?
Well, if this is a familiar face, I would just like to advise the rest of you. Again, we have to be welcome and treat her like a guest. Because if it is, there's only 2 ways to get information out of her. Either she is extremely pleased or extremely pissed. And I'd rather not deal with the pissed part right now.
Okay. I will be on my best behavior.
Let's start moving forward.
I follow.
Okay. Do you make yourself known?
Yes.
Alright. You
I'm not
approach
sure if this hurt. It's been a while.
the group. And then let me change the music.
Shit. Well,
Okay.
when John said Gritward, he meant fucking Gritward.
You make yourself known. What do you say?
Hail! There you go. Sorry, I'm going on. I
The
just declare, hail.
okay.
We are the knights from Talgoth, come to make your... what's the right word? Come before you.
The person leading this group, the woman in black garbs, holding the torch, like points the torch towards you and asks you who you are before the tall woman in silks speaks. This is Elogrix, the welcomed seer. And she
Alright.
speaks in a calm but anxious tone. She speaks to you with recognition. towards Sir William. Ah, Sir William, it is good to see it's good to see a friendly face in these mounts. You must stay away from these mountains. Stay away from the north. I am in search of a new home. I am no longer staying in my sanctuary in the mounts.
I understand. If you do not mind me asking, why has that happened? Why has it happened so?
Tis the citadel. It has revealed itself. Under any circumstances must you go venture towards the north. Under no circumstances must you go venture towards the north. It is not safe. Not safe for seers, and not safe for knights.
Alas, my lady, but we must travel north, for we seek the promised child.
The promised child is what you seek, then it is not within the north you will find them.
Mm. And where shall we find the promised child, my lady?
I would. The lady speaks. You can see her silks. She's covered in silks. She's wearing a mask that's kind of like. Imagine a doorway, a two-doored doorway, slightly ajar. Now imagine those doors as two halves of a mask. One is smiling, one is frowning. Her eyes is black, and in the middle is black. And both lips are moving. She tells you that I know not yet where the child is, but I do know that what lies in the north is not the child. What lies is danger, another prophecy, this one that shall not be fulfilled. If you wish to seek answers about the child, I will need your assistance.
How may we grant it, my lady?
I seek refuge, and not just refuge, a refuge that bearing the greatest honor of hospitality and hearts. You see, I have been troubled these past days, and I wish to seek. I wish to be welcomed. I wish to bask in the warm embrace of guestness.
I understand.
And as I am without a home, I wish the warmth of home yet again. And she kind of does like this, like her hand in her forehead. As I've been anxious, as you know, the citadel, it's dangerous. You must never go there. You must never go there, Sir William. And she, like, her voice begins to erupt and erupt. And
Understand.
it seems like she is she's looking, shifting her head everywhere. Her eyes like glancing around, mostly pointing north. Now what do you do?
I stand and I turn to my companions in a lower tone than I usually speak. Well, as you can see, the seer is willing to give us information, but at the cost of finding her a home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the home she seeks, I'm not sure we'll find in the marsh. After all, she wishes to avoid the north. But I can foresee Talgoth being welcoming this year, though that is about 2 to 3 days journey back. Quite a tiresome one if I would say so myself. So what do you think?
We could take her to the forest. Can she not stay there?
To know which one?
To the forest. Like, the forest between Talgarth and Grafton Marsh.
Yes, and what shall she do there?
Can she find her sanctuary there?
She's asking for hearth and home. Does the forest look like it provides hearth and home to you?
Animals are just as welcoming as humans.
Yes, but I repeat once more, hearth and home. Does that look like it provides hearth and home?
Alright, alright, alright. So do you think we should take her to Talgarth? Ride all the way back?
It's a potential journey. Let's see. 4, 5. I can foresee 2 days journey if we ride back there. What do we know about Grafton Marsh, GM?
You know about Grafton Marsh. It is a holding surrounded by moats, around layers of moats. There's a wall, and the entire holding is slightly submerged and flooded. People traverse through.
Yeah, isn't that the Cursed
Gangways.
Lands? Union.
You've heard that it is a cursed land, a rumor.
My fair lady, do you seek for a temporary residence or a permanent one?
I foresee that my permanent residence will take a while, but a temporary would suffice. That is, unless I am not welcomed and you do not want me there. It
No,
is
no, no. Of course, we wish for your presence.
very well.
After all, it is the oath of us knights that we must honor the seers.
Then a temporary respite from the north. A temporary respite from the terrifying Skuld is much, much appreciated.
Well, with this in mind, I turn back to the others. She claims the child is not north. I do not know if her vision speaks true or if her words are. But avoidance of the north would mean either Talgoth, Fandle Rock, or Welry. If the child is not north, that means our chances of finding the child are better off heading south.
What's faster?
The fastest destination for us is Talgoth.
Yeah.
We can get to it in 2 days' time. Probably less, but I'd rather not exhaust our horses that way. Fandle Rock is about over a day's time. Welry is the furthest away. However, I can speak for the hospitality in Welry. After all, that is the home that I have lived in. And if I recall correctly, another seer lives near there. Perhaps we can get answers from that one as well.
If we are heading to Welry, we seek another seer, then I am fine with that. How many days things are Welry?
Welry, if we travel at our regular pace, 3,
If it's
Two.
gonna be Welry, it's gonna be an escort mission, no?
3, 4, around 5 days' time. Well, either way, it's an escort mission, since we're carrying her along with us for the duration of the journey.
Okay. If you can speak for the Welry hospitality, then I think that's where she should be.
Of course, I can also speak for Talgarth. After all, that's where our capital is. So I'd hope that our queen, long may she reign, have hospitality for the seers.
Hey, honor the seers, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Considering this, I'd say Talgarth or Welry is fine either way. I don't want Fandle Rock kasi it's said to be sacrificing children. I don't want the seer to see that if it's true.
So where do you go now?
And Grafton.
What do you do now?
How about you, sir? Here, do you have any strong opinions?
If Sir Pier is not busy hunting for game, maybe Sir Pier is
We can
hunting.
head naman, while Sir Fear isn't here, we can head Hearn.
Where's
And
her?
then,
Yes.
yeah, southeast, and then see where we can go from there.
Are you going?
If you wish to pass by that place you were talking about, you can head Hearn and then Loth.
Oh.
But we're getting closer.
Not
Just
with
just
the
to
Fear.
just to like give you a more educated choice.
Yes.
Let's give you a more educated choice. The seer knows the local area, so the seer is avoiding Scold at the moment. However, she knows a path to Grofton Marsh. If you uh, move loftwards from there, there is a path. However, the path is slightly dangerous as there are slippery rocks.
So
Maybe
let's
that's a
head Hearn
no-no.
na lang. Yeah, let's keep heading Hearn.
Well, unless her seerness would like to see civilization soon, we're gonna go on a long journey.
A long journey is better than a long journey is better than being found by the Watcher. It is all right with me.
Will you be bringing your retinue along, or will they be joining us?
They shall accompany me until the journey is over, and I have found a sanctuary where I may call my own.
Understood. Well then, Sir Jorge, I suggest we start moving. If she does not like it at Talgoth, we can bring her to Wellery. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
All right,
Okay.
back we go then.
All right, sorry, what I missed? I feel like I missed a lot.
All right. It's not much. You encountered the welcomed seer named Elogrix. She is fleeing from the north where her old sanctuary was, and
The
now
Watcher.
and
mentioned.
where the Watcher may be. And she
Oh.
tells you to never, in any circumstance, go there.
Lest we die.
Lest she mentions a prophecy that she wishes not to be fulfilled.
And then
Okay.
we plan to take this year to Talgarth, and if Talgarth doesn't vibe with her, we go to Welry.
Aye.
Okay. So are you changing your pace? Are you moving one
We wish
hex
to
at a
have
time through trek, or you want to gallop?
I think one hex. Kasi I don't want to exhaust the horses na in case.
All right. All right. Pero it is nighttime. Are you going to rest first? Or are you gonna
Yes.
move through the
Rest
night?
if-
Okay, rest.
By the way, when we rest, do we regain like everything?
Okay.
Or
So I'd like to
Fatigue.
direct your view toward the recovery. You recover your vigor from warm hospitality, at least a day of warm hospitality. You recover clarity from a seer's guidance. And I'd say if you've lost clarity, you may recover now because seer's guidance.
yay?
Really.
And you recover spirit from indulging your passion. And you recover
Sacrament.
guard and fatigue from a moment's common rest. Sustenance, stimulants, and sacraments, those are there's a word for that, but they're a resource that you can use to quickly recover. And usually, rulers of a holding possess these resources. So you can ask for it. They might ask for a price or a favor, something like that. Okay. So your
So
rest.
we asked the like rulers for like communion bread.
It's I forgot what they're exactly called. Let me find it. It is remedies. They're called remedies.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sizable bundle of materials, and it has an explicit rule that only one person can carry one remedy at a given time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of items. Okay, so you're resting now. All of you are resting. And you're heading towards Talgarth. Let me think about something really quick. Let me think about something.
Sorry. Last guard. Does that also go back to like max?
Oh yeah,
at
your
end of-
guard has already recovered. My bad. If you've lost
Okay, okay.
guard, recover your guard.
Got it. Got it.
Because a moment's peace has passed. You know what? I'm thinking of something. Oh, and that.
I should speak properly
Hello?
before
Hello?
my throat gets
Testing?
fucking wrecked. Hello.
Testing. My audio.
Hello.
Do I sound deeper?
You sound the same.
Okay, okay.
Sounds
Sometimes
like-
my sound gets deeper if I knock over the wire. Okay, let me go through something. Primacy of action. We can just, if you're just moving back to Talgarth, we can have it, we can montage your way there.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. So your intent is to go to Talgarth. Your leverage is you're traveling.
Sorry, she said where the child was, and it wasn't like north.
She
Then-
told us where the child wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
The child wasn't north.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we can rule that we can like kind of montage our way to Talgarth. So
Sure, if that's all right with you.
it'll take 3 days to move there. Will it cost something is my question. I'd say for safe travel, I will ask for a cost. What would
And
be
what is the cost?
the cost would be I'd say you'll lose some clarity.
Clarity.
Unless but you do have the seer. So instead of clarity, it can be something else. Vigor is my default. Sorry, Iza. Recover your guard, but I forgot. Well, since a moment of peace has
Oh.
passed, you recover all your guard.
Okay.
And because you have a goal to travel to Talgarth, we can montage our way to Talgarth. However, it will cost you some vigor. So either we go
Extra vigor.
step by step, or we montage and lose D6, and each of you lose D6 vigor.
D6 vigor, fuck.
I can
Well-
take D6 vigor.
Time to beg for hospitality at Talgar.
Yeah. I mean, it's Talgarth, right? That's why I'm willing to spend it.
Oh, kind, wonderful, gracious second cousin, the queen.
I'd say you have
I'm willing to spend it.
is everyone also willing?
I'm gonna bite it, yes, why not?
Okay,
Fast travel.
Sir Pierre? Is Sir
Are you
Pierre?
willing to take a D6 for us?
Dev?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone roll a d6. That's how much vigor you lose as we travel.
Sorry, can someone roll for me, please?
Okay, I'll roll for you.
thank fuck.
I'll roll for
Oh,
you.
thank God, one. Like, at least one vigor.
Okay, you lost 3 vigor.
Not bad. See, it was worse.
You know what, considering how healthy these two are,
That's fine.
Ayoko na, look at your vigor, what the fuck.
Three
Rather, I am at
days.
8.
3 days have passed uneventfully. Move the marker to the morning of Silver Day.
Silver Day?
Yeah,
Oh,
Silver Day.
Silver Day. Ah,
Yeah.
it's a 3 full days.
Okay. It is.
Okay.
It is morning. You return to the white castles of Talgarth. As you're passing through, let me get something up. I forgot to get something up. As you're passing through, can someone roll a d6 for me?
Anyone want to do it, or shall I?
You do it, and my rolls have been shit.
I'm fucking terrified. A 4.
Before.
That's not necessarily good.
It's in between.
As you enter the White Castle, let's change the music. It's happy now, man.
Okay.
Yes, we're in town. Time to play Reign of the Fox Queen. Where's the poor peasant boy?
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can I get some alms?
You enter the walled town. The guards recognize you, giving you all passage. As you're passing through the streets of the White Castle, you see Sir Helena is confronting a commoner. Seems like a daily, like on her daily patrol. The commoner yells that he has nothing to do with the recent squabble. I wasn't there. I have nothing to do with it. And Sir Helena asks if do you swear by the Six Sisters that you truly have nothing to do with this? And the commoner looks up, squints, kind of like, yeah, that was me. I'm sorry.
You cannot.
Yeah.
And
I'm-
no pressure.
And I apologize, but you must pay the fine. All right. Pays some. Gives her some of their belongings. Maybe some tools that he was working on. Seems like there was a squabble in the local common public house, and Sir Helena, as she receives this criminal's fine, she sees you, and greets you good morning. And asks you, have you returned from your quest, Sir Knights?
Alas, our quest is incomplete, but we bring before us is the welcome seal.
Well, I welcome you back to Talgarth. And she gives a small bow. Her ocean tinted armor glistens in the light as she bends her body. You're now in Talgarth. What do you do?
Well, I asked actually, Sir Helena.
Yeah.
Sorry, gotta jump off for a bit, guys.
Okay.
Right.
I'm listening. I can't talk. So
Yeah,
BRB.
no problem.
Gotcha. Sir Helena, would you advise that guest, or would you advise a guest's presence at the castle? She is looking for a temporary holding for now.
And Sir Helena, she looks at your guest, and you can see her eyes is like closed and like nods, gives her respects towards the seer, and tells, it is a knight's oath to honor the seers. Welcome, Seer Elogrix. Seems that she's familiar with the seer. She gives a small bow. You're more than welcome to attend the Quen's court. Perhaps, I'm sure that she's more than willing to provide hospitality for such a respected seer as yourself. And the seer, the mask, the frown mask shifts to a smile, and you can see her calmness return. And she thanks. Thank you. Good night. I guess she is now go. She and her retinue is gonna go towards the castle, the court. This is the what did the knights do? Accompany her?
Let's do it. After all, we still need answers.
You're gonna accompany her.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
company.
Okay. Make your way towards the castle, passing through the guards, the armored watchmen. It seemed like since last you've been here, there's a lot more repairs that's been completed. Some buildings are no longer has holes in them. Walls have been repaired, and you enter the court. Of course, some guards notified the Quen of your arrival. The seers walks in front of the Quen, and the Quen stands up, pays her respects, welcomes her to the castle of Talgarth. And it seems like from all that, you can see the seer the seer is happy that she is returned to civilization, but you can tell that this could have been better. Is this all that there is? A seer such as myself? Welcome like this? It seems that the customs of this kingdom have been deteriorated since last I have been here. Perhaps I am not needed. Perhaps I am not welcome. Come, my acolytes. The Quen tries and stops her. What do you do?
My lady, I bow I kneel before the seer.
Yeah.
What is it I can do to help? To make you feel more welcomed in our home. Or in the home of our Quen.
The Quen kind of supports you and tells you that any seer is welcome to lodge in my castle for as long as they wish. Until you have returned and have found a sanctuary for yourself. Let's see. I'm gonna roll for the whims of the seer now. What does she
Lakas
want?
ng trip. Anong gusto niya? Gusto niya ng raw fish from the southern coast.
Fish only found in Wellery.
And it must be brought back fresh. In a bowl.
Desire. Let's roll for that.
Time to sail.
Okay.
Tapos yun nga, no?
Fuck. I'm gonna throw a shit fit.
I don't like the way Jod looks.
Guy.
I'm thinking about how this would work.
Don looks like he's gonna do something saucy.
I would like you to take a rock from Fandle Rock.
and the water from Grafton Marsh.
This is tricky. This is tricky.
Oh my god.
The seer speaks firmly to the Quen and tells her that you have not even apologized to me.
Fuck.
Excuse me? You have not apologized to me for your little war that you've started. It caused me such distress, and I would wish for an apology. The Quen is hesitant and tells her that we wish to be free of our occupiers. It was by my right, by the will of the Six Sisters, that the war had to happen. I am not hearing an apology. After all, you are just a knight. What does the knights do now?
I lower my head even more. God, it's the fight between my cousin and my seer. This is the worst situation I can be in.
What do you do?
On behalf of my family, I would like to apologize for causing a disturbance to you and yours.
I do not believe you. I wish such words may be hollow. I wish proof of your honest apology.
And I lower my head onto the ground. Once again, Lycia, I apologize for the inconvenience we have caused you and yours during our squabbles with the Farbosans.
And
If we had a choice in the matter, we would have done so much more elegantly.
very well. That is enough. What a welcoming atmosphere you have, my queen. And she bows down to the queen. The queen's eyes kind of like staring daggers at both the seer and at you. So at this point, the seer lights up, and from the calmness of this welcome, I have received a vision. So I'd like to ask the knights, what do you want to know?
So, we have two things, Isa, that we can focus on here, which is either we can foresee if the child is good or evil, or where the child is.
I think it's better where the child is, because if we know if they're good or evil, like, what's the point? We'll find that out.
We'll
Just
find
have to
another
find
seer.
the child. Yeah, we'll find another seer, but we have to find where the child is, or else the other night bitch will get the child.
No.
We're running out of time.
We can't give Sir Peter to Fountain Rock. Fuck them. Sure, I think the location of the promised child is better. And if I recall, this seer gives useful information. That is the specific wording of her goddamn mysterious.
I think all the seer asked for is an apology, unlike si ano who wanted to hunt. Si Etior,
Yeah.
the celebrated seer.
To be fair, I've degraded myself as a knight. I stay with common folk, and now I've put my head on the.
On the ground.
I might as well be a lowborn at this point.
Japanese
No.
no.
So you
Japanese don't get-
You want to seek the location, right? Where this child is.
Yes.
Okay. The seer gains a vision of where the child is located. She
Is it possible that we like put the map forward and then
Puppy.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal to you that there is no map. This is like your memory.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So there's no map to point to. Okay, so what she tells you, it is the child is found Wilderwards from Skuldholm Lake.
Build the words from Skuldholm Lake. Where is Skuldholm Lake? I'm assuming that it is this place.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
this one,
cool,
John,
no?
or is it this one?
I don't
You
think
know
it
what?
should be here,
Because
'cause
she
we have
says
to-
this, someone in court overhears and tells you that Skuldholm Lake is, if you follow the river from Talgarth,
Oh, so it's
Skuldwards, you will
Okay,
find
so-
Oh,
Skuldholm
somewhere here.
Lake.
Build the word of Skuldholm Lake. So yun lang. That's
Ito,
Okay.
ayun na to.
So
it's in this like area here.
Yeah. I guess
Okay.
603, 503. I don't
404.
think 502. That's too ano na eh. Medyo British na yun.
Hindi, pero andito pa rin siya within the of the lake eh.
okay.
Ah,
So before anything, you got your information, but the Quen will remember this.
Oo.
Yes.
The Quen will remember this.
It's family it's family business. I don't want any part
the
of that.
family is an issue.
Yeah, it stays within the family.
Yeah, especially since you did this publicly.
Yes. I
Okay.
push myself up and I
Oh,
I
Quinn, you're
rub my
ready.
forehead. It's okay, Sir Pierre. He says he has to jump off.
Okay, okay.
All right.
I will wipe my forehead of the
Okay.
dirt and the dust. And I
All right.
bow and I bow to the seer. And I bow deeper to the Queen.
So shortly after, the Queen dismisses the seer and asks for the steward to direct the seer to the guest halls. I will, and she announces to the court.
Show ako ng Queen.
Yeah, the Queen announces to the court to you may leave now, or leave us. I wish to speak to my cousin alone.
I give Sir William a thumbs up, and then I just go look for something to eat.
I'm just quiet.
Let's see what.
I'm just quietly standing there.
As
Oh, no.
the courtiers leave the throne hall, the seer also left, uh, pleasantly amused and feeling welcomed in this castle. You are now alone with Quen Marigold, Queen of Elshar, your second cousin, and her chin is held up high as she speaks. I trust you've received guidance towards your quest, did you not?
Yes, my Queen.
Very well. If it is for your quest, then I have no qualms with this action. But bear in mind that I will ask of you something in return for this performance that would risk the dishonor of the house's name.
I understand, my Queen. I keep my head lowered.
I will not ask much of you, but I will. I shall invoke the name and the name by my right as Queen of the Kingdom to ask something of you when I most need it, when the house and the kingdom most need it. You will hear from me a favor, and I will expect it to be honored. Am I
I understand,
understood?
my Queen.
Am I understood?
You see, William nods, but he also says, you need not ask it as Queen, but simply as family.
Very well. You may continue with your quest, and when the time has come for me to ask, I will expect this oath to be fulfilled. Run along now, return to your company. I shall be making rest as well.
Understood, my Queen.
Hospitality time.
And now you owe the Quen a favor.
Yes.
Alright, so now it is Silver Day. Are you going to rest for the entire day? Do you have any goals in Talgarth?
I think after that, I'd want to drink somewhere.
There are some. There's a public houses for
Find a tavern.
for
Mm,
nobles. There
someplace.
is that. There's like a feast hall where a servant will be more than happy to provide you your mead or ale or anything you may want. You are a
Local
knight of
tavern.
Talgarth, after all.
I shall seek a local tavern.
Local time, so you will mingle with the lowborn. All right, you'll seek a local tavern. What is your intentions going to this tavern?
Listening to rumors
Okay.
going around.
Sure, you listen to rumors. And Sir William, are you just going to like rest and relax? Or do you have a
I'm gonna
goal?
go for a drink. Well, basically, just want to rest and relax in the way that I'm gonna go to a public tavern as well, just to avoid the expectations
Okay.
of nobility.
All right. So are you accompanying Sir Jorge?
Probably, but you're gonna see that since we are in the town already, William's gonna be like unarmored, and he's not gonna be covered except for his ano lang, sanguine lenses.
All right. Okay, we're gonna montage through your day of rest as you take some time to rest in the public tavern. Both of you can roll me d6s.
Oh.
All right. A 1.
5. Wow. Okay.
1 and a 5. Okay. Sir William, as you're like resting in this pub, you get to know some of the locals. Some of at first, when you both entered, all of them like bow in respect. They all have their guard up, but after a few drinks, they've lowered their guard. Mingling with you, talking with you. They're happy to be in your company. Sir William, you hear a rumor, something that something that's been brewing in the Gritward Mountains. Seems like the story is that a cousin of a cousin has heard that they've seen a silhouette of a fortress or a citadel in the mountains, and
Or is this Great Ward?
It's the one you've seen that up.
Yeah, yun nga eh.
Good.
other than that,
Yeah, that one. Siya.
I remember it being around
This is ano,
here, 205-ish area, because we were in the mountains when we saw it vanish. And it was before we saw the seer.
it seems that the person talking to you is from Grafton Marsh, as he's wearing a rugged attire, very like what's the word? It's more usable than it is fancy.
It's
And
practical.
It's more practical.
Very
Yeah.
lowborn.
Yeah. That is the rumor that you've heard from there. For Sir Jorge, you hear an entirely different rumor. This one is from a traveler who was looking for the quarry in the Bloodstone Woods, loftwards from Talgarth. She was looking for a quarry because she had a family who was working there, and she returned to Talgarth, telling you about a rumor that there is a person wielding an axe, yelling things about how she is going to slay the knights. That is generally what you hear. There's a person who is just yelling for any knights, finding knights,
Where?
telling everyone that she's going to slay the knights.
Are they supposed to be in
Loftwards.
Talga? Loftwards.
Yeah, loftwards from Talgarth. there is uh, there is a.
So by the river.
She says that it was within the Bloodstone Woods.
So the
That
woods.
is-
So I'm
That is
assuming.
a large set of woods.
Where if it's Lawfords baka here? Ay, whoops.
bakit? Bakit weirdo yung X-Ways?
Ayun eh. So I guess somewhere there, Lawford eh.
That is generally the interesting rumors that you've heard. There's a
Mm.
bunch more, but they're like more mundane. The comings and goings.
Is she hot? Is it a fair lady?
No.
Oh.
Crazy.
We must slay the beast.
Well, we must first find the promised child, then we can slay that beast.
What do you do now? I'm gonna say that's your actions for the day, unless you're doing anything
Is it
else.
hospitality?
I will say that this is hospitality.
Yay, vigor!
So you
How
all
much
rec-
do we,
All of it.
recover?
You
Every-
recover all
Our
vigor.
one. Well,
Nice.
oh, thank God.
Now to find a hostile beast and spare its life. So I can restore my spirit.
Oh, then it seems that us and companions will be resting up. Shall we journey onward, Britwards? Or Scoldwards?
Out of character, you think we can do this na tayong dalawa lang?
I mean, I think that's a question John can answer better than me.
It's fine. I think you can do it.
It's
I believe in you.
I'm ano kasi, if we do these side quests, then our timer is kind of running out kasi we're gonna have to go through
Yeah.
phases instead of like going directly to the child and
I
then
think
just go.
it's best we get the child na muna.
Mm-mm.
And then maybe that's, well, let's see, because it's 9:30 rin. So if we had Scoldwards, I think make progress towards the child. Which means that if we do get the child quest and the other two are maybe myths, then we don't need to. I don't see any urgency in it yet. The only timer is running because it's the promised child that we need to get to. I think we can do it.
I think you can do it. I
Okay.
believe in you.
I'm down to go to the promised child at least until makaabot tayo dun sa 503 area.
So Scoldwards for unexplored land naman.
Oo. Yung ano ko kasi is I'd want the others to be here when we find
When we get the
or
promised
not
child, I
find
think
the
it's-
promised child, yeah.
Fair, that's
So,
fair.
we can travel and then when we get nearish, we can stop there.
I
Or
will.
if John gets us with a cutscene pa end na lang doon muna.
I will say.
don't cutscene.
I will say I am perfectly fine with just you two resolving the promised child on your own. There are more myths to come. The promised child is
That's fair.
one of many, so it's absolutely
To be fair,
fine.
as John said, ito yung hook natin, and then that's the only reason we're going out. Now we have so many more quests.
Yung
Yeah.
ano ko naman kasi ako, if I were the player, I wanna be there.
Fair
To
naman.
get what we're
At least for
looking
the promised child quest, kasi the other myths, tangina, kung ano kalokohan na yung nangyari doon.
Yeah,
Sige,
for
I
the
think-
promised child, I want people to be there.
So that's alright with you, John. If we end up finding the child by accident, pakat na lang ng scene muna.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine. We can
So,
cut off the scene.
Vienna, maglagay ka ng save point. A hex before the promised child.
or on the promised child, bago mag-cutscene.
Tama. May save point.
Sure, that's
Okay,
no problem.
so- The question is, Scoldwards?
Gold,
Let's go
tas by
Scoldwards.
704 we can go Grit, sorry.
Pwede,
704 Grit tayo. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's
Yeah,
go
we're gonna head north.
Mm-hmm.
So, ganyan. Tas, and then go from there.
Sige.
Assuming you don't encounter any hazards
What do you mean?
and boundaries.
Kaya na biglang, when we leave the city, wall.
Silence.
John hits us with a fucking wall.
I mean, it's always a
You guys have-
possibility.
You guys
We have
have
pl-
to go around the river.
we have plenty of time. Okay,
Oh,
so
my God.
Going after the world is crazy.
it is now the morning of Kin's Day. You've all rested. At
Thank
this
gods.
point, it's been 11 days since you started this journey. Okay,
It hasn't been a week yet. We're fine.
it has been.
It has been a
It's past a week.
week. Mhm.
Okay.
We started Silver Day, diba?
Yeah, you
I'll
started
refill
at.
my water lang.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. I think you started at River Day. I think that's where you started.
I remember it was somewhere along the middle line between the first two.
Yeah. I feel it's perfectly fine for me at least na this any quest or any myth resolves kahit like with less players. But if you want to resolve this particular quest with the rest of the players, that's fine then.
I feel like it's something, I get the sentiment. So it's something we started with them, so might as
Yeah.
well have them see it as well.
Yeah.
Even though they don't know what else happened in this traumatizing journey of ours.
We'll give them a summary. That's when
Fair.
Notebook LM will help me. It's been great.
How is Notebook LM? Is it good?
It's great. It's really good at picking up details. There's a bit of quirks, but then sometimes it can tell which knight is speaking, but sometimes it can tell through context clues. It's kind of
Alright,
smart,
alright.
very smart, and I like using it as an ego boost because you can generate a podcast talking about your lore. Yes, talk about my lore. How much do you like it, old robot?
That's me with the AI and me with ChatGPT when I'm like, give me an idea, please. I have this, but I need to improve upon it.
I feel like
Give me your best shot.
Ethior seeking approval of this robot. Also, yeah,
Notebook LM.
ideas. Yeah, it's good because you import sources and it gives you answers strictly kind of like focus on those sources.
Okay.
Yeah. And it cites its sources, which is great. It tells you where it goes. It tells you where it gets its information.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. But mostly I like it for the podcast feature. It's nice to listen to my own lore
I might like it
regurgitated
for
to
the
me.
I might like it for note-taking
Yeah,
purposes.
it's great for note taking. What I'm doing is I'm recording a video, uploading it to YouTube, letting YouTube transcribe it, and using that video, that transcription as a source. Actually, you use YouTube videos as a source, but it only takes a transcript. Can only take a transcript if you generate a transcript from YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Yung summary, there's a summary in the Discord thread. That's Notebook LM. That's how it recalled the last session, and it's
Oh,
like
Oh,
99% accurate.
I'll go on my phone lang.
Okay. Can you still speak
And
while
I'm
you're in your phone?
assuming,
Yeah, I can.
Okay, sige.
and I'm assuming you're the one who drew the map.
Yeah, it's just me drawing.
Okay.
Drawing
I was
a
like,
line.
there's no way the notebook can do that,
No,
right?
I'm not making the notebook draw for me. That's my job.
Okay, I think we can proceed Scoldwards then.
All right, scold words. A phase passes. I'll move the token. You move the time.
Alright.
As you're moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Weather changes. It's been a while since the weather changed. The sky begins to pour down thin rain. You pass by a group of squirrels climbing up a tree. Some of them pause to look at you before getting out of the way from your steed's hooves. And thankfully, uneventful
My gods.
after a while of all of the events.
Alright.
Okay. Scoldword again.
Isa, you find Scoldword again?
Yeah, I wrote the trail naman eh.
Okay.
Alright.
Follow
So
that.
until it deviates, we're following the trail. A phase
Okay,
passes.
it is now night.
It is now nighttime. Let's roll something. And weather changes yet again. The rains have ceased. It's
Oh, thank
now
fuck.
back to clear skies. You pass through the plains, and you encounter the grass. It's slightly different hue and texture as the grass from Talgarth, more ashy. You can feel the glades of grass like softly scrub against your boots. Uneventful yet again.
Okay.
And you're going to rest now, I believe.
Yes.
Resting. Another phase pass. You rest in the plains. Skull of Talgarth. Oops, sorry. Weather is still clear. It's some clouds kind of slightly block. Slightly block the sun. As you're passing, as you rest, what does that mean? It's I guess that means that there's as each of you stand guard, some of you see, or some of you hear the loud noises of wildcats hissing and growling in the wilderness. They're like no taller than your knee, but they're still quite loud. Eventually they pass, and the night passes. A phase passes. It is now morning.
Alright.
Your travel continues.
Morning of Sky Day.
Okay. Weather stays.
We are in 704 now, correct?
Yeah, you're moving up.
Yes. Scoldword.
As you move up Scoldwards, you encounter the river. It seems that there is a way to cross the river. However,
But-
it's through a silvery waterfall. Let me change the music.
It's through a what?
Silvery waterfall.
Through a silvery waterfall, and not deep. It may.
I don't like that sound change.
It feels slightly hot, slightly like the water in the river is cold, but the waterfall, you can feel heat emanating out of this crashing waters, and then back to cool waters. So you can cross this river, but it will cost you D6 vigor. Other than that, you can
Fast travel na eh.
you can hear distant cheering and crying beyond this waterfall. Or no, not beyond this waterfall. near this waterfall, so you encounter it
Okay.
from your side. There is
Shall
like
we check it
cheering
out first?
and crying. Let me roll something. They are hollering out loud. It seems like it's a group of. It's a group of foreigners who have traveled a long way. Among them is the armored seer.
Oh,
And the armored seer speaks towards the group. We have traveled far from the southern isles. The second sign is upon us. Let me roll what happens. Let me roll something. That's weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. Okay. The second sign is upon us. Approach the rivers, my friends. Grasp at the first thing you feel and let it rise. And all the group followed the word of the seer. They put their hands on the river, and out they pull out a long rope-like object, but it moves. This is not an object. A creature with scales. All of them pick up snakes from the river, which coil into their arms, and instead of fear, they cheer in jubilation. The second sign has arrived. The promised child is upon us. The seer announces that. And with this second sign, we shall bring this child towards our isles and bring prosperity to our realm. As the snakes just clutch onto their arms, and the seer announces that the snakes shall, a symbol of the age-old myth, the duel of truths. Truly the sign that this child is honest and good. And the venom of mistruth, with the threat of the venom of mistruth, shall bring honesty to our isles. And the crowd cheers yet again. Seems like this is the second sign after the healing rain. You recognize this tale from the folklore that you've known. What do you do?
well, we need to hurry up then, won't we?
Yeah. While they're doing this, let's just go.
Where do you go?
With their sleep.
Do we go through the waterfalls or do we cut through the river elsewhere?
I think the waterfall's the fastest, diba?
Yeah, but it will cost all of you vigor.
I'm not scared of no waterfall.
Ah,
You still got some
Miss
fight
Chan.
in you?
you promised child protect me.
There.
Fine. Let us cross these boiling waters then.
Alright. All of you cross the water. All of you, including your fellow knights, fellow PCs. So they'll also
Oh,
be
shit.
taking. Are you still sure you want to cross?
Ayo.
Mabubulaga sila.
Let's just make them go around the river and we'll cross.
That's fine. That sounds fine.
Yeah.
That will
Because
mean.
I'm going to go into the ocean. The river.
That sounds
Splitting
fine.
the party. I
Okay.
think the squire should join them, don't you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Arthur will take Sleipnir and venture around the river as you two cross the waterfall. You can feel the water scorch your skin. However, you can see the clinks and bends of your armor. begin to return to shape.
Mm.
Everyone, roll a d6. That's how much vigor you lose.
Yay!
I'm
Oh.
gonna die soon.
Rip, I'm so sorry.
I feel my life washing away.
All
Oh
right.
shit! No, that's crazy. Let me tank everything.
What do you mean let you tank everything?
Okay, you can
Hindi,
cross
pag-
now.
If ever something happens, let
My
me
guard's
tank.
still higher than yours.
Which direction do you go?
Gods. Well, we still have 604 now. So I guess there.
Okay. Venturing Gritward, a phase passes.
We are now in the afternoon of Sky Day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter the woods, some trees. You pass through some trees. The weather has changed. It's become like foggy and misty. Among the mist, you hear a creaking. As you follow the sound, the source of the sound, in the middle, among the mist, a white cradle being rocked back and forth. You also hear a commotion behind you. You hear
Go for the white girl.
You hear in the right side voices. Are you certain this is this way? An accent that mirrors the people that you've just encountered. Are you sure this is this way? Of course I am sure. I heard it. Did you hear it too? Surely, it is this way. On the left side, a different group of voices. This time, they speak in a Fandal accent. Is it this way, brother? I heard it as well. We are close. And the mist subsides. One side, a group of foreign knights. The other side, a group of Fandal knights. And you, your company. Just the two of you. The other two are circling around the river. And we can end the session now, but
Oh
because
my god, there we go.
but because there's a story reason why they wouldn't be here, we can resolve the promised child now.
Oh. Oh.
Up to you.
What do you mean up to me?
It's up to both of you.
You're a fucking player,
No.
please, huh?
No, kasi. Ako talaga I wanna wait.
I'm willing to
Kasi di
wait.
ka naman...
Just for the story beat, I'm willing to wait.
All right, we can wait. And as the mist subsides, the cradle in the center, we zoom in towards our two knights, and then cut to black.
Shit.
Let's
Fight for
play
it!
credits roll.
Fuck.
Forgot to bring on my cam pala.
And that is our
Nice.
second session
Woo!
of Reign of the Fox
Next
Queen.
session.
It's fun. Combat has gotten a lot smoother now that we know.
Yeah, now that we know how it goes, it has been a lot smoother. And yeah, that is our. I think I could say for certain that we're not gonna pass time this session. We'll
For sure.
No.
we'll continue where we left
Last
off.
time, though, what happened to the child? Who knows?
No.
A cliffhanger. I'm just gonna check if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not introduce you, so hey, we found the child.
anything. If you have any plans or ambitions next session, I think you can chat
Get the
to
child.
me. Other than get the child, You can also message me what you want to know. I open the stage for stars and wishes before we end.
Hmm.
Mm, for me,
Stars?
go ahead.
Okay, go.
Lisa.
Go lang,
Go, Lisa.
umuya muna ako.
Sige. For me, stars. I really like the unique personality of the seers being presented to us because it shows that they're really inhuman. They're more like the human parang man's depiction of what a god is, which is like a very whimsical but knowledgeable creature.
Yeah.
I also like yun nga, we finally get to see more of the political aspects of knighthood when we got the Tagay.
Yep.
I know full well that I was doing that I was fucking with the Quen by doing what
Yeah.
I did, but
Yeah.
I was like, we need the info. I gotta get it. So
I think it was better that you did it because you're family instead of any of us.
That's true.
and I like essentially I'm just dragging my reputation through the mud
Yeah, you
as
are.
time goes on.
No.
Wishes wise, I feel like okay lang naman yung pacing so far. I'm trying to think of anything that I do want to see. I guess after the child quest line, I'd want to see I want to see like the myths more talaga. Because right now we're kind of avoiding them because we have a quest in a sense. But I feel like once that main quest is done, just sightseeing or seeing the other myths, dealing with it, farming that glory is another like
Yeah.
personal goal that I want to see.
Mhm.
That's it for me.
All right.
Mm.
I guess it's safe to say that you will see more of the myths.
Hell yeah.
Rest assured, you'll see more of them.
Okay. For my stars, aside from yun nga, the good flow na ngayon ng combat, where we don't confuse everything.
Yeah.
In addition to my wishes, that is interactions between PCs. So I like what you did, interlude.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Wishes ko ngayon is, I wanna reach another holding, just to see it's
Okay.
ano na talaga.
Sure.
Yun lang.
Then
Fair.
you'll have to decide to do that. You have to go
Don't
there
worry, once we
yourself.
find the promised child, it's either kill it or bring it back.
Screenshot ko tong mapakita ko kaya.
You can mull it over what your choice is. Nice.
I feel like a peasant nga in the dahil sa music. I don't need to
No. You're not the peasant. You are the knight watching the poor boy asking for alms.
Yeah.
And it's after the war, so.
And you can't help but feel pity, but why do you care?
You're
I like it. Captures.
You know what? To be fair, I
Aw.
just want to say the seer wasn't wrong. I just want to say it wasn't Scoldward. The seer said at 104, and she said it isn't Scoldward.
Oh yeah.
It was essentially it was oh, it was long. God
Which one?
damn it! I hate the seers.
Which seer? Which seer are you talking about?
And the welcome
Welcome.
seer.
Welcome here.
Because diba she told us, nah, the child's not Loftward. Or Scoldward. Okay.
Not scold word from where you were.
Yeah.
She's right. It wasn't.
Yeah.
And I hate
Yeah,
it.
if you weren't Scoldward, you would have died to the Watcher or some shit.
Whoever the fuck the Watcher is.
What do you think the Watcher is?
I don't, that sounds like a question you'd ask
It was
after a
just the
game of
Watcher,
like,
eh. Barotrauma, the Watcher, the big eye.
I don't know. I
following
haven't.
the Watchers in League of Legends.
Summoners.
I don't
No,
know.
There's the Watchers are the ones that came with the like if I recall, they were the ones frozen by the Freljordians.
Ah, okay. I thought you meant the Summoners. Never mind.
The Watchers of the Abyss,
And
man.
then the Watchers, those bald people in the Marvel.
Yes.
Pero my headcanon, it's a big eye. Floating eye.
Now it is. Okay, I'm kidding.
Ayun. But yes, it was a
Okay.
lot of fun. My God.
Thank
Very
you.
simple system pa rin talaga. Very
It
easy
is.
to digest.
It is very simple. It's so I like games like this where it's simple and you can add stuff on it. I'm happy.
I don't know why. Kasi when I first heard about this, I was asking Nico Longa, is it like Pendragon but with, with...
Very far.
Yeah, it is very far nga. I can see the difference na talaga.
Pendragon is a numbers game. This is a God, please don't kill me game.
You're in Elden Ring now.
You only have 3 stats.
You have 3 stats and 3 guard for some reason.
3 guards.
Somehow you get a scar so you can improve that.
I swear, if I get a scar and then you hit me with a -1 guard, I'm just being like, what the fuck?
In my
No.
head, kaya 3 guard ako kasi yung damit ko nakaganon. It's like open. It's like version.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like
That's
that.
cool.
Yun.
Like
7
wide
guard
open.
ako, but I have the fucking lowest vigor amongst all of us.
You're the one who needs the guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
All right. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Let's see if we can play again next week.
Ano ba next? I'll...
It is 26.
Okay. Sige, sige.
Should be G naman. Okay,
Safe.
GG.
Yeah. It's GG.
Bye.
Good night. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Nice.